Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing your girl some love. You all, I finally have a full bottle of the fragrance that I've been wanting for a long time. I've gone through 2 decants or 10 ml fragrance travel size of this perfume, and I finally decided to pull the trigger and buy a bottle. It's most loved in the fragrance community. I love the note of cardamom, and we're going to be talking about 4 bottles of perfume I have from the house of, I might as well include all of them, Atelier des Ors. One I heard from my girl Abby. She actually loves this fragrance, and then I heard by 2 people that it smelled like Another 13, and I tried Another 13 and I couldn't smell it, and I love the note of ambroxan and muskmallow or ambrette. I actually smelled Another 13 a little bit as it started to dry down, but somebody else smelled me. But I heard this one was a stronger, almost similar to the fragrance of Another 13, and I'm already here for the stronger scents, okay? So anyway, if you want to hear about the house 4 fragrances of Atelier des Ors, Lune Feline is one that I finally got because I love the note of cardamom. Nuda, Veritas, I think it is, Rouge Saray, and Pink Me Up. Please continue to watch, like, subscribe, turn on those notification bells so that every time I do upload a video, you can give me your feedback, recommendation, comment, you know, constructive criticism, all that, y'all. So let's get into it, okay? So the very first one we're going to talk about is one that I absolutely love. I use this one a lot with layering initially. But then I decided to wear it on its own in the winter time. And I was like, you know what? I did a review on cardamom fragrances, and I've just really been into a lot of cardamom lately. I love the note. One of my very first, actually my very first niche fragrance, I think it was considered niche back then. It was Jo Malone. It was cardamom and mimosa. And this was about maybe 7, 8 years ago. And yeah, about 8 years ago, I fell in love with the note of cardamom then. So I've always loved that note. It's like one of my top notes. Cardamom, saffron, just absolutely love it. And I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger. And this is no other than the most loved in the fragrance community. And this is Lune Feline. I do love this fragrance. A lot of people say that it smells like they get a burnt tire smell, like in Rosendo Mateau's number 5. I don't get that. I get a really ambery, cardamom smell in Rosendo Mateau number 5, the cardamom, the florals in that. And then this one, I get the same. Yes, I know what burnt rubber smells like, but if you really know the note of cardamom, that warm, spicy woodiness of cardamom, then you just straight up get cardamom. I don't get the burnt rubber. I'm sorry, y'all, because that is a very annoying smell. But I get a really rich, dry, almost like a sandy, dry, woody cardamom vanilla nuance from this fragrance, and I absolutely love it. So in here, Lune Feline, you have your pink pepper, you have your woody notes. It's very ambery. You get vanilla, you get sandalwood, you get a really hefty dose of cardamom. You get Styrax and Peru Balsam. This is a beautiful fragrance. More in the dry down. I love it in the opening and the mid, but I'm obsessed with this fragrance in the dry down. I've worn this a couple times, and yes, this gives me a similar nuance because of that amber. I think it's the amber in here that is a really beautiful amber in Rosendo Mateau number 5. I get a really rich ambery, fruity scent from that fragrance, and I love it, just as I get a really beautiful ambery note from this one as well, and cardamom, y'all. But love this fragrance. Lune Feline, get your nose on it. I'm so glad I decided to buy a full bottle of this, and I now have this baby in my collection. And this will be in another upcoming cardamom review, because I've gained a ton. I would say not a ton, at least 3 to 4 more cardamom fragrances in 2020 and 2022 that I did not speak about, you guys. So get your nose on Lune Feline. All right, the next one that my girl Abby with Love has spoken about, and I heard and read a review that Nuda Veritas kind of gives you that Another 13 by Le Labo, and I was going to purchase that one, but I sprayed it and sprayed it. I've worn a couple samples and it's not giving me much. So when I heard that this one smells like similar to Another 13, is it another? Yeah, Another 13 with the ambroxan and the ambrette or muskmallow, then I had to get my nose on it. And it's giving me the similar nuance from the ambroxan and the ambrette in Another 13. But it's slightly different. But it definitely has a hefty dose of ambroxan, fresh ambroxan in this fragrance. And I love it. And I've got multiple compliments on this fragrance as well, because I've worn this fragrance to work. So this fragrance is really fresh. It smells a little fruity because I think it's pronounced Ceylon, it's C-A-L-O-N. That's supposed to give you like a melon or watermelon type vibes, and I get that. It's very fresh. It's very ozonic. It's a little salty to me. Kind of gives you like some sea-ness, but not the saltiness of Paco Rabanne, not that type of saltiness. This is very fresh, very airy. It's a little floral. So in Nuda Veritas, you have your Ceylon or Ceylon, you have your Orange Blossom, which gives it a little sweetness and powderiness. You have your ambroxan, ambrette, you have some bergamot for the freshness. You have your jasmine in here. You also have some oak moss in here to add to the freshness as well. I absolutely love this fragrance. I've worn this fragrance in the winter, indoors, and it lasted. I think I sprayed it about 12 times. This lasted the entire shift, and I got most of my compliments towards like the 10-hour mark. And like I said, I sprayed it on clothes, I sprayed it on skin, but you get that really beautiful freshness of the oak moss and the ambroxan, and you get a little ozonic notes with a little sweetness, a slight powderiness, but this is slightly feminine leaning, but I would say unisex overall, but a tad bit leaning towards that feminine edge. But I absolutely love it. Definitely amazing for the summer, you guys. This fragrance will warm up on your skin. It's going to shine in the summer, even though, like I said, I did wear it this winter several times. But yeah, this in the summertime is going to be amazing. Nuda Veritas by Atelier des Ors. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is Pink Me Up. I've talked about this baby multiple times recently in my Valentine's Day review. There's bergamot in here. There's blackberries in here. There's champagne in here. There's vanilla in here. There's pink pepper in here. There's rose in here. It's just a beautiful, fun, flirty, fresh fragrance that's very fruity. Love it. It's sparkling. It's airy. This is definitely an amazing fragrance for the summer, I would say. I've worn this in the fall, in the winter, but it doesn't give you as much, you know, because it's a little cold outside. But I can imagine this fragrance in the summer sun and in the warm heat, and you know, the sweat, the pheromones from your body is just exuding, and this fragrance is going to smell amazing. This and Nuda Veritas is going to smell amazing in the summer, you guys. Get your nose on it. Pink Me Up. I actually think I saw this one on Fragrance Buy. I ordered it from Jovoy Paris, but yeah, if you see this on Fragrance Buy, grab it, okay? An amazing deal. All right, the next one is Rouge Saray. Absolutely, I've worn this a couple times this fall, actually maybe like 3 or 4 times. You don't need a lot of this fragrance. It's a very plum and date rich resinous fragrance. There's your sandalwood, there's vanilla, there's some woody notes in here, but you really get a rich resinous plum and date scent. Like I said, with sandalwood and vanilla, I absolutely love it. And this is Rouge Saray, okay? Y'all, these I love absolutely all 4 of these fragrances. There's another one that I want to try, and that is Rose Amiade. And I know it's a little superficial, but I also want one of the bottles that come in gold and one in blue. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best scent for that. I know the one in the blue are a little more oceanic, a little more airy, like summer fragrances, ozonic. But those bottles are stunning, okay? And that gold bottle with that gold top. And it seems to me like the gold and the white bottles, they have more of the gold shimmer inside, you guys. Stunning. Like, I absolutely love this. Very eye-catching and just beautiful, y'all. Anyway, y'all, I've done a 10-minute review, okay? Yay for 2023 short fragrances. All right, go out into the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good, all of that, and I love you all. Bye-bye. Mwah.